Hi. Do you know every English word there is to know when it comes to cooking? So let's review a few actions.
So to do this, we're going to play a game. We'll give you some actions to guess. We'll give you the first letter of the word and a clue. See how many of them you get right. Are you ready?
Okay, so the first verb describes this action that we usually do with a spoon. It means to move a spoon round in order to dissolve, for example, sugar in our tea.
Stir it with a spoon. The verb stir is used when we mix something in a liquid this way. But metaphorically, stir also means to cause feelings. So a verb that means reducing food into shreds, we call this tool after this verb. What's this action called? A clue, we do it with cheese.
Oh, like that.
The tool is a grater, and the verb is to grate.
Great.
Helen, you're great.
Thanks, Tim. Right, let's see if you can guess an action that we can do with a knife, some food, and a cutting board.
It's very similar to the verb cut. It also begins with a C. Any ideas? Right, so the verb is to chop. It means to cut food repeatedly into pieces. For example, carrots or onions. By the way, if you ever hear the expression chop chop, it doesn't mean you have to do some cutting. It means quickly, come on, hurry up. Now, do you know which verb we use when we create dough to make bread, for example? First, we need to
knead. So, of course, to make bread, first we have to knead the flour and the water into a dough.
They say you're a fantastic baker, Helen.
Really? Why?
Oh, all you need is love.
It's funny. Right, so now this four-letter verb is an action with a whisk, and it means to beat a liquid into a froth. For example, when you're making cream.
Like this? So, right you are, it is to whip, as in whipped cream. But we are aware that in another context, a whip is a strip of leather for beating animals or people. So the next action is similar to crush, and we can do it with a mortar and pestle or a machine. A hint is it's an irregular verb, and it's something you do with coffee.
Right, to grind. If you want to make coffee at home, you buy ground coffee. And unless you want to grind the coffee beans with a grinder. Okay, this action is something you can do with toast, butter, and a knife. And it means to extend.
And the verb is to spread. You can spread butter on toast, but it's not only used with food, you can also spread any other thing over any area. And another kitchen action, which is exactly the same amount of letters and with the same initial, it means draining the liquid from some food, for example, pasta.
And if you get the verb, you get the tool, which is very similar to a colander. Of course, the solution is to strain, which then you have a strainer.
And that's it. How many of these verbs did you know? Write them down and you're ready to learn new recipes, which is always very convenient, in English that is.
Or you can cook them and invite us for dinner, which is even more convenient.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.